Good morning. We are here to present the topic fitting of a straight line using least square method. My name is Neha Krishnan and I am from DSCS. And we know that the most common problem in scientific experiment is to estimate the value of x of a dependent variable y with respect to an independent variable x. And for this, we have to find a corresponding f of x function, which should be equal to the y value. That is, suppose we have set of data points xi and yi. We need to find corresponding f of x function, which should be equal to the yi value. And in least square method, we are not insisting to pass the function into all individual data sets. Instead of that, we will find a straight line or a curve which will represent the trend of data. And we have data points x1, y1. And x2, y2, etc. up to xn, yn. Then there will be a mathematical equation which satisfies this point. Suppose it is f of x. This f of x should be equal to the y value, that is this yi. The total error can be calculated by, suppose the total error is S, can be calculated by E1 plus E2 plus E3, etc. up to En. And by applying least square approximation, S square equal to E1 square plus E2 square plus, etc. up to En square. And we know that for a straight line, the equation of a straight line is f of x equal to yx. y equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and y is the y-intercept. C is the y-intercept, and we can this is the f of x function here, and we can write s is equal to so total error will be like error e1 equal to y1 minus f of x1. Here f of x1 is mx plus c, so the s equal to yi suppose s1 e1 equal to y1 minus mx1 plus c. This is the e1 here, and we can write s square equal to y1 minus f of x1 square plus y2 minus f of x1 x2 whole square, etc. up to yn minus f of xn whole square. So we got S we got, and for the error to be minimum, the dou S by dou C equal to should be 0, and the dou S by dou M should be equal to 0. So if we can find a dou S by dou C, that is differentiating this S function with respect to C, should this is equal to -2. And dou S by dou M equal to -2 x1 y1 minus from this we can write dou S by from this equation we will get NC. This equation can be written as NC plus M into summation I equal to 1 to n xi equal to summation I equal to 1 to n yi, and from this equation we can write m into summation I equal to 1 to n xi square plus c into summation I equal to 1 to n xi equal to summation I equal to 1 to n xi yi. From these two equations, we can find m equal to n sigma xi yi minus n sigma xi sigma yi divided by n sigma xi square minus sigma xi into xi and c equal to sigma xi sigma into sigma xi square minus sigma xi into sigma xi yi divided by n sigma xi square minus sigma xi into sigma xi. By these, we can find the value of m and c, and we can put the value of m and c in this equation mx plus c, and we will get the equation for a straight line.
Now I am going to solve this problem using your least square method. First, we need to create a table containing x, y, x square, and xy. The values of x and y are given in the question. Two x values are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. Y values are 2, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, and 19. We need to find the square of x values. Values are 1, 4, 16, 25, 36, 64, and 81. Then we need to find the product of x and y, which is 2, 10, 28, 50, 72, 120, and 171. Then we need to find the sum of these x square and the xy. Summation of x is equal to 35. Sum of y values is equal to 70. Sum of x square values is equal to 227. The sum of xy values is equal to 453. Then we need to find find m and c. For finding this, we use normal equations such like Sneha said before. For finding m is equal to n into some sigma xi yi minus some sigma xi into sigma yi divided by n into sigma xi square minus sigma xi the whole square. We put the values here. N is the number of elements given in x and y. There are total 7 elements. 7 into summation xi yi is 453 minus sigma xi is 35 into sigma yi is 70 divided by 7 into sigma xi square is 227 minus sigma xi is 35 whole square. When we solve this, we get answer 1.98076, which is similar to 1.98. Then we need to find the c values. For finding c, equation is sigma yi into sigma xi square minus sigma xi into sigma xi yi divided by n into sigma xi square minus sigma xi the whole square, which is equal to 70 into 227 minus 35 into 453 divided by 7 into 227 minus 35 square, which is equal to 0.096153, approximately equal to 0.09. 0.096. And now we put the M and C values in the equation. Y is equal to mx plus c, which is equal to 1.98x plus 0.096. This is the equation of line. N is numbers, open numbers. Number of values given in the data, number of data points. We don't know.
All of the points you can manually. But that's still also. Like the number of points, let's say that for the then I don't think this is needed. Like we can think what happens if n is increased, because n is the denominator. N is increased here. That's the sum of the number of points increased.
So hi everyone, I'm Jeeva, and now I am here to discuss the Python code. So first we have to import the necessary libraries, import numpy as NP, which is used for the numerical calculations, and import map.lib.pyplot, which is required for creating the plots and visualizations. Then next function animation, which is used for creating the animation, and while doing code and collab for the proper running, we require HTML class. For that, import HTML. Now we are creating the data points. So X and Y are two empty lists where we can store the data values, and N is the number of entries. So we can specify the number of entries, and accordingly we can add the data points. Now inputting each values. XP and YP are the variables which takes the input data values. We are using it in loop, so it can be repeated. We can enter the values one by one. First X and Y values can be entered using the first eval input function. Then X dot append XP. So each X value and Y value can be correspondingly added into the XP YP variables. Sorry, X and Y list. Sorry, sir. X and Y are two empty lists created for storing the data points.
Dynamically, the size is changing.
Yes. Like it is. No. We are asking N the number of values, then we are doing accordingly. Like each values can be appended to the list. Then for the easy calculation purpose, we are converting the list into numpy arrays using the function np.array. So X underscore array and Y underscore array are the new arrays created. Then we are printing those arrays. Then create fig. Now we are plotting. So fig and axis, first we are subplots is used for plotting the figure where we can see the plot. Then we are setting the x-axis and y-axis limits. It is set accordingly, like we are searching for the minimum value of x and maximum value of x, and taking one value less than minimum and one value greater than maximum, so that we get a proper range of values and it is plotted properly. Similarly, y values are taken and y limits are set. Then x label and y label are used for creating the x labels, like it represents what the x-axis and y-axis literally mean. We can give the name whatever it is properly, so that it is properly conveyed to the person what x-axis represents and what y-axis represents. Then title is given for the plot. Then grid in the output I can show, like we have grids. This grid, it is for creating the grid. Now we are initializing the line and point. So at first the lists are empty. That is the function which is happening here. We are creating a empty line plot and empty scatter plot. So at first the x and y values are empty, and we are denoting the line by red line. Red line is denoted by red color, and the label is given as fitted line. Labels are to identify or to distinguish between the things we are plotting in the graph. So points, similarly points, we are creating empty scatter plot. X and y is list are empty. Then BO represents the points are marked in blue color, and O represents that it is a circle markers. Then label is given as data points. Legend function is used to display these labels in the plot, so that we can distinguish easily. Then initializing the data. Now we are adding the.
What will be the current x equals to x and a colon I plus 1?
I am coming. I am
So you did not explain that.
yeah.
Just use the mouse where you are, but you can understand where you are. With the mouse, you can-
So now we are initializing the data. So at first it is empty data. Then for animation, like we are taking the values like now x underscore array and y underscore array are the number arrays which we have with all the data stored. So from that we are taking each values one by one. At first, the line and data sets are empty. Point sets are empty. Now we are updating them with the points. For that, we are taking each points from the NumPy arrays and storing it in current underscore x. We are actually using the slicing here. So it starts from the 0th value, index value 0th value, and it goes up to I, which is one less than the stop value. So that we get all the points, basically all the points, data points and x and y points we have mentioned in the NP array. We are storing it in the current underscore x and y. Now we are plotting the points using the points dot set underscore data. Now we are calculating the slope m and intercept c. So like we need at least 2 points to fit into a line. So we are checking the condition whether it is greater than or equal to 1. If so, we are proceeding. Then our number of entries is n. So we are taking all the values, and these are the formulas given discussed earlier, like m and c. M is n into sigma xy. That summation is given by the function sum of, and our values are stored in current underscore x and current underscore y correspondingly taken. Similarly, np minus np dot sum of current underscore x into np dot sum of current underscore y. Similarly, c np dot sum of it was summation y minus m into summation x by n. Now we are printing y equal to mx plus c. Adjusting.
Maximum seat. Maximum seat.
Similarly, we are creating the fitted line. So each point, like we are fitting into the best points to be fitted to the line. Then calculating errors. So, there was something here it's missing now. Hmm? So this is the same problem which Mahima discussed. I have took the same values, x and y values. Now, this is how it works. And you can also see that the y equal to mx plus c value, see, like the last value as she got, it was something here like y equal to 1.98, x plus 0.096, and which is same as.
Let's make some observations of this animation. So as we increase the number of points, something is happening. What is that?
Like it is like where there are more points together, line is adjusting to that. If points together, like close to the lines are being closer, far away points are left.
So, therefore, you can understand why, like in this square, this is a very nice demonstration. Why in this square, you can see that as you increase the number of sample points or data points, your fitting line is changing its slope. You can see as the number of points are added, the slope of the fitting line, the red line is changing. Okay. So that's a very good observation. That tells you why the least square method depends on the number of points, and as I think she pointed out in the denominator. And also why yeah, can you tell us like why only a straight line? Do you think can you compare it? Do you know the accuracy of this?
Error, calculating the error. Error is actually the deviation of the actual point from the line. It is calculated as y minus the actual y minus the predicted value y. Actually, we had that in the code, but it's
Actually, it's for each of the data points. The regression line, you calculate the distance. Right.
it's like
Calculate the distance and then sum it up.
it is like if I can take this 0.2, 5, it is like almost maybe maybe 1 or 0.5 something deviated from the line. That is the error.
What I mean is this is the error.
Yes.
So you take this error, then sum it with this one, then yeah, like that is all the points, data points. Okay, do you also learn about R2? R2. R2. Like R2 is what is the coefficient of? Yeah, in fact, but you should know about R2. So those who are seeing this R2. R2 I'm saying R2 means quite confusing stuff. Is R2 like
1 minus sum of the squares by total sum of squares.
yes. That's why I say a lot about 1 minus SSR by SSP. SSR is 60, you know. Yes. So try to learn a bit about that. If you know about this, then next semester onwards you will get detailed about it.
Till now, we got to know about the fitting of straight line using least square method. This method is mainly used in trading in stock markets. For example, if one person want to invest in gold mining company, he wants to know about the stock prices, how it is changing according to the market price of gold. Then he can use this least square method and trace the values and the relation, and by that he can predict whether it is increasing or decreasing, and then he can invest on it. Now let us know about difference between interpolation and regression. Regression is a process to find a best fit of line, while the interpolation is using regression and best fit of line to find the value of one variable through another variable within the range. For example, in the interpolation, if we have the age of a child 5 and 6, we know the height of the child at the age 5 and 6. We want to know about when he turns into 5.5 years. Then we can use this interpolation and we can estimate the between value. As for regression, it gives if we take age and height of a child, it gives the relation between the age and height. Cool. This is the interpolation code. SciPy is the library that includes the models of optimization, interpolation, integration, etc. Interv1D creates a one-dimensional linear interpolation function. We are creating two arrays, x and y, and then we are creating one-dimensional interpolation function. We are taking x and y as input and use to interpolate values. We are giving that as a variable name f. Then we are taking a new variable x. We are giving it as a 3.5, and we are finding the y value. Then after print y, then we will get the value 6.0. The next one is the regression. sklearn is a machine learning library that provides tools for building and evaluating models. Same as in interpolation, we are creating the arrays, but in the X array, we are reshaping it. We need to reshape, which it converts 1D array to 2D array with one column. Then in the model, line regression initializes new regression model. Fit model learns the linear relation between x and y. It is used to find the best fit line through the data points. Same as in that, we are taking the same value 3.5 in the x, and we are finding the y. When we observe that in the interpolation, we got 6.0, while in the regression, we got the value 6.7. Done, sir.
So regression and interpolation is different. I am not clear about the difference.
Interpolation estimates the values estimates the between values.
Interpolation also given the set of data points. Interpolation also given a set of data points. Yes, agree. Then according to data points, what you do, you apply an interpolation formula like Lagrange or whichever, then you get a formula also. And in between any point you want to find, you can find.
We can
Examination also, the data points are given, and based on those data points, you find the specific line. And wherever you want to find the point in the data, you can find it. So both ways you are doing almost the same, but the process is different, right? So now I'm asking, what I'm asking is how the interpolation is different from regression. That is the same.
we will get different values when we like
No, different values, so of course, because there are different methods. But I'm saying, I'm
Because-
asking. You understood the reasoning. The interpolation also, you have points and formula and function. In regression also, you have the points and you find the best fit. In both of the cases, you are at any point you are getting. So.
Behavior of data.
So, in this position, actually, you have errors. It's just that I don't know. Okay.